Hey everyone, greetings. My name is Tarek, and I am with the team at Volume. Volume is a company that has launched and is behind the Cosmos SDK chain known as Paloma. And this is our Twitter AMA. We have a special week for the Twitter AMA today because we have a lot of special news to share with you. And today I should have Chase Measurefy with us, and as well as Mattia, our lead developer and our head of engineering, to talk a little bit about Paloma. So what I'm going to do is make sure that Mattia is here. We really are excited to talk about what we have done so far and where Paloma has come and what we are announcing today. So there's a lot of hotness coming out today, and it is coming out very, very quickly. So let's get started. Let's talk about first steps before we go further. I just want to confirm I have my co-speakers with me. So Chase, are you here and can you speak?
I'm here and I can speak.
All right. Testing mic check 1, 2, 3. We can hear you. Great. So good to have you here with us. And thank you. Chase is one of our lead developers as well at Volume, and also very instrumental in making Paloma come alive for many of our users. So let's begin by talking about what is Paloma. So as you know, we're Volume. We were one of the early co-founders on the Sommelier blockchain, and we are on this Cosmos SDK protocol known as Sommelier. We also were very helpful in launching and announcing Stargate for the Cosmos ecosystem. So we are a Cosmos-based SDK chain with deep sort of passion for cross-chain communications. We want to thank special folks like Jahan Trembach, who was instrumental in bringing to life Peggy. Also was our first Cosmos to Ethereum bridge. And based on his work and his advisory support of Volume and the Paloma team, we wanted to bring forth Paloma as a really different kind of cross-chain blockchain in the Cosmos SDK space. In short, what Paloma aims to do, and before we go forward, first I want to say thank you to the 3,000 Turkish validators, 2,000 Russians, and our Indonesian friends, so about 10, 20,000 Indonesians that make up the Paloma validator community that has really spent time essentially debugging Paloma software. You are amazing. We very much thank you for jumping onto this network. And I just want to acknowledge the Paloma community on our Telegram in that they are on this community without incentives. So this is a non-incentivized testnet that folks have been on, and there are thousands of people in this community actively working on it. So very cool to see folks passionate about open source. If you're interested in looking or joining the Paloma Telegram, you could check us out at t.me/Paloma Chain, all one word. That's Paloma Chain, all one word, PALOMACHAIN. Yeah, well, maybe 10,000 Turkish guys. I know the Turkish guys are there. and gals, not just guys. Get my pronouns right. So thank you, community. Thank you, first of all, also to the folks who have helped. We have a thing called Pigeons Helping Pigeons, where pigeons in the flock actually advise and troubleshoot folks who are running nodes on Paloma. Just very amazing to see folks do that. They do it in all languages, and they do it at all hours of the day. A very active community, and we are just very, very proud to have the pigeons with us. It's a growing flock. Thank you, Paloma community. And this one's for you. We have stuff coming for you. You've been very patient, and we're going to give you some hotness in this conversation today. Okay, so let's begin. So firstly, now that we've told you what Paloma is as a cross-chain communications layer, you might say, well, Peggy was Cosmos to Ethereum. Is Paloma just Cosmos to Ethereum again? What we have done is essentially we're extending Peggy. Think of it as, and Peggy is now known as Gravity. So everybody might say, Tarek, where's Peggy? And I'm like, well, just look for Gravity. And think of you living in the Cosmos ecosystem, you have Gravity, but now Gravity has gone multi-chain. And there are many projects making Gravity multi-chain, but we want to really be passionate about making it multi-chain really, really fast. So just like Paloma really means a pigeon, and special thanks to the Volume team for giving us that brand. Really, you should think of Paloma as pigeons, and pigeons exist everywhere. And what they do is they take messages. And one of the important things that we have is we want to be able to allow individuals to take messages across any blockchain and do so in a way that is really, really helpful to, not only just be unique and innovative, but also solve some really hard problems. For example, I want to send a message to, Ethereum, but I also want to send the same message to Arbitrum and also to Optimism, but I want to send them at the same time. And I want these messages to go to a contract that lives on all these chains that is similar to do the same thing. Currently, you just can't do that. That's really, really hard. And while we are operating in what we call cross-chain world, one of the main difficulties is how do you coordinate messages through all the various chains? And you can think of Paloma as rising to the challenge of saying, hey, we are going to make it so that one chain can send many messages to many other chains, and those messages can be coordinated. Those messages can be scheduled, and those messages can be repeated. And we think this is important because what this means is that you have more power from the Paloma blockchain to control other chains. And that's another thing we talk about is what we'd like to do is, you'll hear us say, remote control chains from within the Paloma blockchain. And remote control chains from one chain, if you can do that, or remote control contracts from one chain, it definitely is a winning feature that you would want to have and something that we think would be unique, right? All right, so what did we do? Well, we wrote a bunch of software, like always, and it's all open source. So you can check out our GitHub, github.com/Paloma Chain, and you can download the software. And today we wanted to announce publicly that our public Testnest, we call them Testnest, get it because they're pigeons and they nest. All right, I see you all laughing. So our public Testnest is Testnest number 6. And Testnest number 6 has been running for a week. And with initial hiccups, and our validator set has grown. We now have about 125 active validators. So we want to say congratulations to everybody the DevOps professionals and the DevOps amateurs, everybody who's come in to essentially build and bring Testnest to life. And Chase, I know that you're here with me, and I wanted to just talk about the experience about our public Testnest and any things you learned from actually writing the installation documents so that our pigeons can run the Paloma software.
Mostly it was a lot of kind of tracing down weird configuration. And I guess there were a lot of surprises of how it runs and how the internals work and debugging.
That's right. I think even bringing up a network live, I think we found out at one point that we started with one main node and everybody started hammering that node. Soon it became unavailable in their chase for peers. And I noticed that, even though we've brought up another network, people are still in a chase for peers, still trying to make sure they can connect to the network. And that's one of the things we're learning. It's a networking problem, distributed computing problem. And we're kind of impressed to see the community come up. Folks have been sharing their pairs. We've had folks write documentation on how to sync. I think even today, somebody posted up a state sync for Paloma's Testnest, which is amazing because there's nothing running on it as of this moment, but we do have that. Also, we have an Explorer. We're just really happy. Thank you very much, Node Guru. They jumped into our community. They do this unpaid, and they've created an Explorer that the community has depended on. And I think it's sort of put us to say, hey, the community can do lots of cool things. So having Explorer, seeing how Paloma, even on the Testnest, is doing, is something that's been pretty amazing because we have to get an Explorer as well. I will also say for the folks who did a command line Explorer on Paloma, on Paloma's Telegram, when we did public Testnest 6, you are animals, you are insane, and you are amazing. I had never seen a command line Explorer until last Friday, and that was super cool. And I don't think Mattia is here as yet, right? He's here? Oh, Mattia is here. Dude, you've been here for some time, dude. Why don't you just jump in and say something?
Well, yeah, my name is Mattia. As you said, I'm head of engineering at Volume. Yeah, that's it.
Well, okay, whoa. Okay, let's take a little bit, that's it. But let's go back to the beginning. We've been doing this for a while now. But so you started with us in February. So that's been like, what, 5-10 years ago in crypto time?
Yeah.
And I think one of the curious questions I have is just to talk a little about the internals of Paloma when we looked at Gravity and thinking about how Paloma's use case differs from the Gravity use case. If we could get just a little technical. And I know we haven't talked about it in a while. We've done a lot of spec work and a lot of implementation. In your mind, how would you say Paloma differs from Gravity? Our, Pigeons differs from Gravity, given what you've seen so far we've had to build?
Okay, great question. Okay, well, first, the obvious thing is that Gravity is written, in Cosmos and so that means Go, and also in Rust, while, Paloma is written in Go. So everything is written in Go. So Paloma, the main chain, and also the accompanying app that we call Pigeon is also written in Go. Another thing that's different is, from my experience, the main goal of Gravity is to send funds across different chains.
Right.
I mean, EVM and Cosmos chain. While, we also can do this, but on top of that, we can also execute some arbitrary logic calls. If there's an event happening on chain 1, it can trigger a job on chain B, using Paloma and, using pigeons to send messages across those chains. So yeah, we have similarities and we have used Gravity as a great starting point.
But we have differences as well, right? I think one of the things out of the box we have sort of created Paloma to be multi-chain at the beginning, whereas it's not just Ethereum, right?
Correct.
And when we started Paloma, I think we were starting with cross-chain communications on Cosmos because we were looking to do cross-chain communications on Terra before the great dying. So I think one of the things what's really excited about us is that communications for us, we want to be multi-chain at the beginning. And I think also we have done everything in Go, so it makes it really easy for us to build faster, keeping the languages consistent, right? And keeping it in Go. One of the things we're also looking at is something, we talked about our design model in terms of what we would like or where we're heading is that, running transactions on another chain means you have to verify that the transactions were successful or fail, because you don't just want to keep sending the same message over and over again. But if the transaction is successful, you then want to come back to Paloma and compute and, do things or respond to those messages. And I think that's a big part of our vision. And I think maybe a differentiator from Gravity today in its current state, would you say? Right?
Yeah.
Cool. So when folks think of Paloma, you really want to think of it as a multi-directional or bi-directional communication system where Paloma is sending messages across chains. And really, again, you can think of yourself as I'm a developer, I have a Solidity contract that I want to run on Evmos, and I want to run it on Ethereum, and I want to run it on Arbitrum, and I run it, wherever liquidity may be, because liquidity is fragmented. Paloma wants to be able to say, yes, you can send all those messages at once to all those chains at once, and then get responses as they come in, and then respond again as needed. So this engine is very, very powerful message routing and response routing system that we are excited to see how folks build on it. So if you're, again, in our validator community, we're really excited to tell you, yes, Paloma is much more than just, sending internal messages to Paloma. It's really about sending messages outbound and then getting those responses. So let's talk about what we're announcing today. All right. So today we are announcing public Testnest 6 is live, but also that we are also announcing the launch of Pigeons, which is I would call it the relayer software that runs next to Paloma's chain or distributed network append-only software. How would you describe Pigeons, Mattia? And what's your thought on that?
Yeah, so pigeons are like little companions to the Paloma chain. So Pigeon has a very, very simple responsibility, and that is to take messages from Paloma, which are intended for other chains, read them, sign them, and once there is a consensus on those messages, send them away to a target chain. This is, super simplified of what Pigeon is basically doing. So what they do is, just to recap, query messages which they need to send. They already know where to send them, sign them, and all other pigeons will sign them as well. Once there is a consensus, one pigeon will take the message and send it away. On top of that, once the message is sent away, as Tarek mentioned, we need to verify that the message was actually sent. So we need to have an oracle, or as we like to call it, the attestation. So all the pigeons will basically attest to that event happening and send the thing we call proof to our chain, which will then verify the data. So this is how we are using pigeons to bring the data in, and we are also using pigeons, as a trust mechanism, let's call it like that, to bring the data in.
Right. And should I be argued that if pigeons behave badly, they can get slashed, right?
Yes.
If they peck at you and they start flapping their wings, madly, we can slash them. I'm going to make up a new rap. Slash the pigeon. Okay. So being a pigeon is an important role. If you want to be a validator, so I'm going to add to Matthew's point here and everybody listening. If you want to be a validator on the Paloma network and you're going to be a pigeon, you're going to have a high risk of slashing. This job is not a cheap job. It's not a free job. First of all, you want to make sure that you're running sufficient networking hardware capacity for your node. Right now, we say 16 gigs at the minimum for the Paloma node, because then you're running these other pieces of software and you're running Pigeon. So you're going to want to run that software, and that software needs to have 100% uptime. Call it 5 nines, what you want. But as a validator, it's really going to be important, because if you're sending important messages across chains and you fail to send the right message, then you're at risk of being slashed. And so it's not just a race for, I want tokens from being a validator, I want delegations. It's also a race for uptime and reliability. It's really, really super important. I think also, secondly, what we want to say is validators, you're going to have nodes on every network in the blockchain space. I'm going to repeat it again. If you are a validator, you will have to have an RPC endpoint for every node in the public blockchain space. I just want you to let that sink in for a moment, that challenge, right? Because that's going to be a problem. If you're a Pigeon and you're running Paloma, but you can't get RPC endpoints to, say, Solana, you're going to have a problem being a validator that is not going to get slashed. It is required. And where we're making it is going to be very, very easy for anyone to propose a new target chain for Paloma Pigeons to send message to. All right, we want to make it painless. So be prepared that, yes, it's going to be very, very heavy on the networking side for you to run a Paloma node and be an active validator. However, on the opposite side, we have some rewards, right? Not only do we tell you the costs and the requirements and the struggle, but there are some rewards. And one of the things we want is for Pigeons to be rewarded every time messages get sent and are successful. So one of the things we're doing is we're going to be talking about gas management. We're not going to mention it here, but we are really aggressive as a team of making sure that being a validator is a profitable endeavor in the Paloma network. It must be something where for these costs and the suffering, you will be able to generate fees from the successful completion of messages. And so that's important. Now, let's talk a little bit about security. Mattia, and I might even bring Chase in here if you have any thoughts about it. We've had folks talk about, and Jahan was super kind to talk about security via the multi-sig that is being run by the validators on the network. One of the things that the question I have is, we do use a 2/3 share of the validator set to send messages, and we are constantly updating that validator set. In your mind, Mattia, how do you view the security, I guess, given what you've seen and given what we built, what's your view in terms of the security model for the validator set?
Yeah, I can give my opinion, which is somewhat based on facts, but basically my opinion is, I think that's a really good security model because it depends on money. So basically, people can hack us, people can hack every other blockchain, but it's going to cost money. And simply because it requires money for somebody to, be malicious, it's something that people are not really looking forward to, because it will cost like billions of coins to take the network down.
Well, let me jump in here and come back to the gravity model of the validator set securing it. I think one of the wins is we do have, 2/3 of the validator set have to sign off or agree or come to consensus, right, on staking power. So if there were 150 validators in the active set, what would that be? That would be about maybe 100 validators would have to come to consensus on a particular message. But at the same time, we do have some disadvantages in that the value of the chain must always be more than the value of the messages securing it. But since we're sending messages as opposed to holding tokens as the primary focus for Paloma, I'm curious if you see any disadvantages of the 2/3, set being, what if somebody sent a bad message? Maybe I'm trying to say, hey, instead of, taking the money from the bridge, because we're not bridge focused, we're cross-chain messaging focused, is it your view that the implications of our security model are different in that people don't have to hack the bridge, but if they send bad messages, if they send, I just want to see the world burn messages, those might be something that might be a problem for us if 2/3 of the set agrees.
Oh, yeah. In that case, that's the problem. If the 2/3 of the folks agree to a message that's malicious, then we have a problem. But the only way that so I don't want to jump, and shoot myself in the foot, but the messages are only generated by Paloma. So it's not like you can come in and simply inject your own message, which everybody else will need to sign. No, it's actually the Paloma that creates those messages.
Right. So you still have to get stake. Right. And you still have to get stake. Got it.
Yeah.
So really our slashing model is our sort of backstop for security. Bad behavior in Paloma will be slashed. And so we're going to slash a pigeon. We're going to slash the bird if we see bad behavior. And I think there's a lot of opportunity for us to build on that. But when folks think of what are the security guarantees, what we are looking for is stake and essentially bad pigeons being slashed based on their stake. And I think that has worked for the Cosmos ecosystem so far. So I think we can, with confidence, and which is securing hundreds of billions of dollars in value. Our view is that, yes, it should secure arbitrary message sending on Paloma. One of the things folks asked about is gas. And I think, I don't want to talk about what we have coming, but I would like to say that we are focused on gas across chain, so that if you have to spend gas, so you're going to have to spend gas on Phantom for a message being sent by Paloma. Now, gas rates on Phantom are going to be different than gas rates on Arbitrum, Boba Network, Optimism, whatever L2 or whatever other L1. I mean, gas on Solana is going to be different. And one of the things Paloma will do is intend to be a gas oracle for those fees required to send messages. And I think one of the best oracles we have currently in the crypto space is Chainlink. They've done a great job and they currently support our partners at Layer 0. But we're really excited to bring gas management via our own gas fee oracle as a new innovation in the Cosmos. And I think currently our design, we've not discussed it yet, but I think we're going to be working on that soon. So keep looking out for us to talk about gas management. I don't want to give up too much about it, but it's going to be an important point. Okay, so now I'm just going to switch over to a little bit to talk about CosmWasm. Chase is here. So Chase, I just want to confirm, we at Paloma are CosmWasm 1.0, yeah?
We are.
Awesome. And I think you've been migrating a bunch of contracts to be CosmWasm 1.0 ready. So do you want to recap what we have migrated so far? I don't want to give away what's coming, but can we talk about what we've migrated so far?
We've migrated 2 different decks, contracts, and Wormhole, and all of Astraport.
That's right. So I think we got Terra Swap was upgraded to CosmWasm 1.0, now called Paloma Swap. Thanks to the Terra team, it was great. Astraport, we also upgraded to 1.0, and this is all open source. So also kudos to the Astraport team. And also now we have Wormhole. And I think with Wormhole, we should have some new stuff coming. So we'll announce that separately. But again, if you're on Paloma, you should be able to, even today, you can use our repo at Paloma to deploy the CosmWasm Astraport decks and start trading. So you don't even have to wait. You can do that on the Testnest today. But we have some other stuff coming, but we just want to let you know that, yes, Paloma's main chain repos are ready for use today. Our Terra, our Paloma Swap, as well as our Paloma decks are CosmWasm contracts that you can upload onto the testnet to start trading. But there's more. And so we're going to share that a little later as we come, but I don't want to give away too much. What else we want to talk about is if you are a Paloma validator and you've been on the testnet, you will want to go to our GitHub repo. So we're going to send you there now at the end of this, now that we're wrapping up. Please go to the github.com/Paloma Chain and check the Pigeon repo. Every Pigeon will need to download Pigeon and run it. So if you're in the flock and you want to be on the active set, you must run this software. So we've tested it for the last few days. It works. It does not have a system D implementation for running it as a system. So you'll have to do that yourselves. We'll look for the network to see what they tell us. Join our Telegram. Pigeons is available. And what does Pigeon do is that, again, just like Matthew said, Pigeons send messages. And because the Pigeon sends messages and you're an active validator, Pigeons must be running on your validator so that the network comes to consensus that you are able to send messages to the Paloma network. So if you're a Pigeon in our flock, go to palomachain.com, get on GitHub, or go to github.com/palomachain and download Pigeon, run it. You will need to have an Ethereum endpoint for mainnet, so you will have to have your own endpoint. Please don't share endpoints in the Telegram because then we will all use it and it'll cost you a lot of money. So you get your private endpoint ready and use it, because once you start, then the rest of the network will know that you are ready to send messages. And of course, we have messages planned for our Pigeons to send. So we're super excited to share those. We'll share those next week. But for today, Pigeons is live and Pigeons is running. All right, before we jump, Mattia, any last words from what I just shared with our new Pigeons ready for live, ready for deployment?
Well, thank you guys for doing this. That's the biggest thing I could say right now. But yeah,
Yeah, we love our pigeons. Chase, any thoughts from your end so far?
This has been awesome. People have contacted me with different ways of setting everything up, and yeah, it's been pretty neat.
Yeah, I agree. And Chase has some cool stuff coming for the pigeons with regards to Wormhole. So that will be also cool to announce. All right. And before we go, I know we don't have time for questions. We'll check them out in the Telegram, t.me/Paloma Chain. And we will get your questions there. Please, like we say, ask questions in public, DMs for insults only, so that we can make sure everybody and all the other pigeons get advice and get help on being even better and stronger pigeons. So Pigeons is live. Thanks all for coming. We're super excited to have this community with us, our Turkish community, Indonesian community, and our Russian community. We love you guys. Thank you. And we look forward to having more coming up on the Testnest. All right. See you guys. Have a great week ahead and keep flapping your wings.